There we go. Hit record. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Metroid Prime. Today, we're going to start another game in the Metroid series. This time, the start of the very excellent Prime sub-series. Let's see. Normal. I don't feel like suffering that much. I'm a little disappointed in the fact that we don't get the excellent title screen music, but there's only so much to be done. Unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel in orbit above Talon 4. Stick on this doesn't click. It's so weird. I'm very not used to having a control stick that doesn't click. Let's just turn the sound up a little bit. Hopefully that's good for everybody. It's been quite some time since I've played Prime. I've really never played it with Wiimotes. I've only really ever played the GameCube version. So this is going to be a bit of a new experience for me. But overall, it's a great game. I'm sure anyone that knows anything about it knows that. Boy, those armor textures really noticeable in HD. Okay, so we've got that for locking on. And it does control... It controls like Prime 3. Okay. There we go. Lock on. Force field activation switches are now online. Hello, Spicy Thigh Queen. Thank you for joining in today. Okay, so... Go. I have to actually aim. Oh, that's right. This is the one with the 5 points that teaches you how to aim. There we go. Alright, so... Okay, that's the missiles button. I don't think... okay, that's not an actual bit of information. Deck Alpha, emergency evacuation area, current status, environment unstable. The Queen has decided to grace me with her presence while she plays Breath of the Wild. Well, I greatly appreciate that, and good luck playing Breath of the Wild. Okay, so... Scan visor, lock on. Airlock repressurization successful. And all the junk floating in here falls. That's not how airlocks actually work, but... Funky King Gamer says, "Can you see the cat from way over there?" Yes, yes, I can vaguely read the chat from way over here. You've played Breath of the Wild 7 times? Good grief, I haven't even beaten it once, and I've had it since the day it came out. Yeah, I already did. It's already dead. What's the big bug? Unknown, high levels of radiation detected. Ah, that's right. You start with charge in this game. Well, what are the little buglets? New creature entry has been downloaded. Parasite, interstellar vermin, travel in swarms, indigenous to Talon 4. A single parasite is harmless to larger life forms, however they tend to travel in large groups, swarming over potential prey, and such swarms can be dangerous. Well, I'm glad other people recognize how great Breath of the Wild is, and maybe someday I'll get around to finishing it. Space Pirate. So this is... I don't think these are the same types of pirates as are in the 2D games. It's really hard to say, honestly. The transition to 3D makes everything look a lot different. Use charge beam to destroy them. There we go. You've 100% Breath of the Wild many times. Oh, I can't. I know that I can't. Even if I wanted to, eventually I'll give up on it because I'm not hunting down 900 Koroks just to be given a golden piece of poo. So, this is the map station. There's only so many of them in the game. That's why you scan it now, get it out of the way. Ground zero area, secure, crater, radiation readings normal. Frigate exterior hull stable and fully functional. Well, that's not true. I've seen the outside. 2 parasite queen specimens have become volatile on deck beta. Parasitic infection has been detected in the ventilation system of decks gamma and beta. So, man, it's so weird having so much control in this. Okay. Oh, it's been a hot minute. I kind of miss playing this game. Okay. So, there's a lot of lore in this game that doesn't really exist in any of the 2D games. Oh, that's the wrong button. And all of it is hidden within... Oh, they changed it into a Wii? That's boring. And it's basically all hidden within scannable objects. There's lore dotting the planet. There is information on the various creatures of the planet. But overall, I think they did a really good job with the overall design of the game. Specimen containment breach on deck beta. All crew report for lockdown. Unfortunately, the textures really don't hold up very well in HD. You can tell they were made for a standard definition console, and even then, this version of the game I'm playing was intended for the Wii, not an HD console. So it does suffer a little bit in the graphical department. Hey, tortellini salad. Thanks for joining in today. We're playing some Metroid Prime. Tough exoskeleton protects it from mother's acidic embryonic fluid. Fluid sacs in the mouth enlarge after mutation. This allows for increased production of corrosive bile. After mutation, the carapace of the larva becomes rigid. Carapace is quite resilient, able to resist the attacks of many predators. Combat mutation applications are complete. The primary legs of this creature possess galvanized tips, allowing it to penetrate any known alloy. Yeah, well, maybe I should throw them at the Emmy next time I see one. How about that, huh? What we got here? Coils on this ventilation cap look unstable. And this is the Deck Beta Security Hall. Alright, can't do anything with that at the moment. Fire missiles with down. Okay, and missiles do have lock on, so they will home in. Ballistic support needed in specimen block F. Ah, there we go. Scan a missile pickup. 3 rounds of ammo. So, ultimately, as weird as it is to say, I think this new control edition, the Wii U controls, make this version play slower than the original game. At least that's what it feels like so far. Phase-on infusion stage 1, parasite larva diagnostic, mass 1.2, length 0.5, cell structure stable. Phase-on infusion stage 2, introducing mutagen into the tank, phase-on batch 0732.C, status complete. And red, which is the important one, new pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 99923. Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are assumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orpheon, Syracuse, and Valparaiso were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security code status remains at Code Blue. No signs of pursuit from the hunter. I look over to see that chat appears to be enjoying themselves. Phase-on infusion stage 3, mutation initiated, status stable. What about you? Perimeter defense turret malfunction. Oh, well, yeah, because I destroyed it. That's the fun thing, is if you look around enough, you might find a way to bypass some stuff. Parasite larva, harmless unless encountered in large numbers. Plasmite, native of Talon 4. Fusion analysis 12.5, phase-on batch 0003.H, increases the acid production in the saliva ducts of parasite larva. Specimen solitary holding 1, phase-on level unknown, status xenotropic lifeform unstable, use caution. That is a mutated looking sidehopper. This is a bad point in the game to encounter such things. Specimen cell structure failing. Batch 0732.C does not match DNA, terminating infusion sequence. That's the plasmite. I scanned one of the things over here. Infusion analysis 10.2. Specimens exhibit incredible strength and body mass increase when exposed to phase-on batch 0732.C. Experiment 435.8. Bioform pain tolerance levels at 13% and holding. Well, how do you know what its pain tolerance is? You can't measure that shit. Oh, this thing doesn't have a tag. The specimen has been horribly mutated, but there are no life readings. So whatever it is, it's dead. Biohazard waste removal may begin in 3 hours. Phase-on radiation readings must be reported to deck commander before batch disposal. Wow, they're just throwing the shit away. An elevator operational. No pirates on my watch, thanks. New research, small energy replenishes 10 units of energy. Did I say that I wanted any of your back sass? No, I didn't. I don't want any of your back sass. You can keep your sass all to yourself. Zoomer, native Talon 4. Plated parasite larva. This isn't the Metroid you remember. No, this is the 3D Metroid. One of 3, or 1 of 4 technically. Specimen solitary holding 2. Phase-on level toxic. Hermetic seal holding. Well, good. We don't want that out. Always want spicy thigh queen's back sass. Oh, that's good sass. I don't want pirate back sass. Holding 3. Levels normal. Seal holding. Holding 4. Level toxic. Seal holding. A shriek bat. A native Talon 4. And what do we have here? An ice shriek bat. Also a native Talon 4. Holding 5. Status empty. Alright, well, let's keep going then. That's enough out of you. And access to deck gamma approved. Well, I don't know if the pirates would really approve of me having access to their decks, but I'm going where I want. Well, did you bring enough tea for everybody, or oh? Hello there. Goodbye. Alright. Door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. Space pirate, death caused by removal of internal organs. That sounds pleasant. Death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. Likewise pleasant. Energy now flows through a series of locking mechanisms on the door's surface. Looks like a spherical shape would fit into this clamp. Well, I just so happen to have one of those. You have a whole drawer of tea, so you're sure you can make some for everyone. Nice. I could go for some tea. Alright, so just going to deal with these from range. There's another important, frequently used device. This is the save station. And in this game, save stations give you back all of your health. As well as offer you... Oh, Jesus. As well as offer you a nice look at what your current amount of suit looks like. Because that will change. Okay. So scan the thing. Door lock enabled. What did this guy die from? Looks like it struggled to get through this door. Death caused by cranial trauma. So some of them were disemboweled, some of them were cut to death, some of them were beat to death, some of them have apparently been burned by acid to death. Death caused by severe lacerations. Yeah, you're a repeat, bud. Get over yourself. Am I at the boss already? Huh. Ah, that's right. Bombs are another thing you start with in Prime. So one thing to note is that scans usually won't be available until you're standing in the room that they're in. No life signs detected, but they're still warm. Large amounts of blood missing from the carcass. So, this is the ship's central reactor, and it has a friend. Very large, ugly, nasty looking friend. Alright, so we're going to scan this, because scanning enemies can give you a lot of useful information. Parasite female, genetically enhanced by unknown means. Weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. That's the important thing. In the GameCube games, because you can just lock on and move, you don't have to physically aim. Upon scanning this, Samus will automatically aim at its mouth to do more damage. I also have a drawer of tea that I keep beside my electric kettle. I don't have an electric kettle. I also don't have tea. But I'm glad to know that so many of my friends have a lot of tea. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen, origins unknown. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapon-grade blast of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears the pirates have begun a bioengineering program with considerable results. So now... I mean, I personally knew about the weak spot in the mouth, so I would have just aimed for that anyway, but there's a stupid thing rotating. But the self-aim does afford me the chance to shoot it no matter where the opening in the shield is. If I can figure out which way it's rotating, I might be able to line up with it. Ow. So luckily, as the first boss, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so we're fine. Nobody pays tortellini salad and tea. Well, maybe you should talk to Monkey King about that. Pay you for your excellent DMing skills and tea.
Evacuate immediately.
We broke the reactor core. Time to go.
Evacuate immediately.
I only have single jumps, that's right. I don't start out with mad hops. Alright, and hologram on. Actually, what abilities do you fully start with? Power, Varia, Combat Scan, Grapple, Missile, Charge, Morph Bombs, and regular Power Beam. Okay. Yeah, that's about what you had at the end of Metroid 1. Here we go, we're going to shut off the turret, so I don't have to deal with it. Well, goodbye, nerds. And for anyone who doesn't have a grasp of the Metroid timeline, Metroid Prime takes place right after Metroid 1. So technically, if I was playing these in chronological order, I would have played the Prime trilogy right after Zero mission. But it's also unclear how canon the Prime games are at the moment. Ah. I consider them to be canon. Much more canon than, oh, what the hell's the name of that other game that no one likes? Other M? Ah, there's bugs everywhere, I hate it. You just roll down the tunnel. It's much more fun. At least until you get up to going up a hill. Ah, bug guts everywhere. There's bug guts on my visor! Again, thankfully, missiles have homing. I don't want to deal with the multitude of bugs, please. There's always something exploding. The reactor's critical, things are going to explode. I think it's... yes. Okay. The 3D map in the corner is really nice to have. Really helps out. If you're ever stuck in a room, you can always just look at that and find out. Ah, there he is. A whole jerk. Well, I say a whole jerk. He's not much of a whole jerk. He's kind of broken a lot. Okay. So it's just look at, lock on, hit the lock on button and go. Turn off the turrets. Now I have to scan the thing. Hack the system for the elevator. Everything explodes. We take damage and have to start from scratch. Various suit malfunction, morph ball, missile, charge, grapple. Alright, so brought down to the most basic we can possibly be. Back to the beginning of Metroid 1. Minus having, wait, is this the right way? Yes. The scan visor. Oh, long beam. That's the thing that you start off with in Prime. That's the thing that you get to keep in Prime. The long beam, because how would you play an FPS without it? Thus the action-y, tutorial-y space pirate frigate area introduction of Metroid Prime is complete. And we now follow Ridley and his stupid jerk dragon self down to the planet below. Talon 4. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. I really need to clean this TV. You know, as far as transitions to 3D games go, Metroid is probably one of the few series that did it very well. And the funniest part is, it wasn't even Nintendo that developed this game. It was made by Retro Studios. And they really just knocked it out of the park. It's really nice. You can see all the little rain plinking off the helmet. Yes, save now that we're on planet. Oh, jeez. Okay, I have to keep remembering to aim at the TV. Hunter class gunship registered to Samus Aran. You can return to your ship for energy, reload weapons, and save progress. But here we are. This is Talon 4. Specifically the Talon Overworld. It's a kind of rainy place. At least some areas of it are. We have the beetles. Burrowing insects with resilient carapace. They're extremely aggressive. Their massive mouth enables them to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Above ground, they can cover short distances rapidly, attacking anything that moves near their lair. Okay. Maybe by the end of the game, I'll feel like I have more complete control, but I feel like I have less. This is just a sap sack. It explodes if you shoot it. A lot of animals used to like to try and eat it, but they've learned that damaging it will just make it explode. So that's not a good idea. We've got some zoomers. They stick to walls and surfaces, and they're spiky. Basic nerve center located directly above the zoomer's mandibles, detect nutrients. Sharp spines protected from casual predators, but the lack of reinforced carapace makes it vulnerable to any direct attacks. What are these? Blast caps? Yeah. Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of the blast cap keeps it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. So if you touch them, they pop, and they leave behind some poo gas. Okay. Oh, I should have scanned that. Oh well. So zoomers are just some of the non-hostile life on the planet. They're pretty chill little guys. Don't mess with them, they don't mess with you, you know. They're basically just like the gamers in Super Metroid. Chozo Ruins West granted. I'll get used to these controls eventually. It's just kind of goofy. At least to me. Yeah. Stop. Stop. Okay. And I think, yeah, once you turn on an elevator from one end, it's on from both ends. That's coming up a lot faster than I thought it was supposed to. Normal seismic activity detected. Seismic disturbance at ruin site. Right. So the game has a hint system that you can turn off. It's pretty rudimentary. If you get lost wandering around for a while, it's just like, hey, there's something weird here. Chozo lore. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however, the Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. Basically just a record saying, hey, we chose to live here and just enjoy nature. We get this nice little swing through of the room to show off the area in general. Oh, Jesus, there's so many beetles. I don't like not having anything. So the Prime games play a decent bit slower than other games. Blast Shield's vulnerable, invulnerable to beams, explosives may damage it, so I need missiles to get through it, is what it's saying. That half pipe doesn't have a scan. I think there's supposed to be more beetles up here. No? Okay. Alright, so we go this way. Here we go. Got some scarabs, exploding parasites that can embed their bodies in solid rock. They think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of their swarm. When a hostile life form is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. In other words, they're just a very minor enemy. Not even that, really. Just a very minor obstacle. Ion, a mobile organism, is entirely composed of ocular tissue. Capable of launching sustained energy beams when active, the ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. So these guys are basically invulnerable little laser sweepers. You just pop a shot off at and they get scared and close their eyes. This early part of the game, my main threat is going to be beetles and scarabs and war wasps. This is a war wasp hive, primarily where they dwell, only vulnerable to heavy weapon. Oh, I didn't finish reading that. Heavy weaponry. They build their homes over existing crevices, using whatever materials are close at hand. They carry building fragments back to the construction site with their forelegs and glue them into place with adhesives secreted from their abdomens. I cannot do anything about that at this time. Object resides at the end of a high channel set into the wall. You're not going to tell me what it is? Okay, fine. Be a jerk. Structural weakness detected in sandstone block. Various materials have various weaponry weaknesses. That's how they get around that in this game. Instead of having like bomb blocks and things like that, it's this is made of this thing that weapon Y can destroy. New Chozo lore. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. So, reject. Oh boy, war wasps. Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. War wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. They're not terribly strong, but they are small, they are fast. I don't have the charge move. I can't draw it in. Elevated toxicity levels found in tree bark. Scans indicate a poisoned water source within 4 meters of the base. Well, that's not good. But here is save station to replenish the itsy bitsy amount of health that I lost. Big one. But it does once again show off the fact that, you know, I'm in the baby suit. I don't have the big shoulders. Okay, this is just more scarabs. Chozo's sculpture crafted in honor of Talon Star. And since we now have complete confirmation that Samus speaks, Chozo should probably just read that herself. Oh man, there's so many of them. This is why I wanted to play this on casual instead of veteran. Because I have no faith in my lack of control to properly control. No, I don't want the blast caps. I want this wall. It's a brimstone wall. Concussive blast may shatter it. So I believe that's missiles. Small tunnel leads back behind the wall. Width of the opening is approximately 1 meter in diameter. I wonder if that's important. Tangleweed, plant life with basic sentience, retracts into the ground if threatened. Tangleweeds are only dangerous to small organisms. They're covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Tangleweeds lack the strength to do anything more than hinder larger life forms. So you shoot at it, it goes away, it is scared. So as far as the HUD goes, we have the radar, the danger meter, the visor selection, beam selection, minimap. I think these things are on Zebus. Plasmites. Small insect capable of storing and releasing thermal energy. They're attracted to sources of heat, thriving on the energy present there. They emit light when hunting and will expel small bursts of thermal energy when threatened. They are a very harmless type of creature. Thought I could scan the crate, but I can take the large energy scan. And I can take the large energy, because I was a little bit lower than I expected. So... and the glare and the fact that my TV's filthy do not make this easy. Appears this item can only be reached by using the elevated bridge. Yeah, thanks. This elevated bridge looks worn but functional. Mechanical device appears to be inactive. Life forms detected within hollows of machine. Hey, that's a thing I want. And then room floods. Oh man. That's not what I wanted to scan. Ow. Ow. Damn it. There we go. Ram War Wasp. Airborne predator, circles prey, then strikes. Only known species on Talon 4 to evolve true hive mind. Nesting in damp, dark places, ram war wasps emerge in small groups when threatened to encircle their enemy at high speeds, disorienting it. Striking from all sides with single intelligence, they can fell huge organisms. This is a point when this free aiming makes the game harder. Alright, so we scan this, emitting high frequency signal, may be the cause of the swarms. I already don't like this boss. God, come on. Yes, there's danger all around. Here we go. Oh my god, there's so many of them. I mean, basically all I can do right now is keep shooting, hope that I hit one or two. And when I hear them screeching, try and move so I don't get hit. Boss was not made with these controls in mind, and it really does show. If I actually die to these things, I'm gonna be stoked. Really? I'm sorry I didn't shoot enough in that 3-second window you gave me. Oh my god. Like, they only do 1 damage each, but there's also the poison water I have to constantly avoid. Oh, come on. Like, I screwed up a single shot and I have to do this again. Man, no wonder I didn't want to replay this. Where are you, you stupid little bastard? That was much more frustrating than I remember it ever being. But there we go. We got missiles. Hey, Salwall. How's it going? Glad to see you. Okay. Missile launcher required. Press down to fire. Blah, blah, blah. Additional information. That was actually mostly an accident, but we take those. E-tank. Now we won't get picked to death by the freaking things on the way out. So we can just leave, and the ceiling has helpfully collapsed to provide an exit. Man, I need to get blinds or something. This glare is so bad. Okay. But now we can head back. Let's preemptively take out the war wasps. Well, a little too close to those, but missile expansion expands the number of missiles you can carry by 5. Ow. Don't want the no-no water. Here we have the map station for the ruins. We can see, let's see, this is the tunnel past the missile door. So this is where we're going to go next. I think that gives us Morphball, maybe? Morphball or Charge Beam, I can't remember. Either way, we'll recover a lost ability. Past all the scarabs. I don't think there's a second hive in here. There it is. It's right above me. But there, if you take the hives out before the wasps spawn, then you don't have to fight the wasps. But we'll save that. Going through that a second time is no fun. I can't get that expansion just yet. Make our way back through the ion tunnel. So, the scarabs do very little damage individually, but the whole thing about them being in large packs is where all their damage comes from. go. Poor stupid little bastards don't even realize they'd be much better off just leaving me alone. I mean, you basically can just walk through them without any issue. A morph ball? Blue orbs are simple light sources. Interesting. No, scan the red thing. Multiple microscopic fractures found throughout sandstone wall section. I think that means... Whoa. Wiimote, what are you doing? Pretty sure that means morph ball bombs. Unfortunately, the morph ball is within a beetle nest. Just gotta chew through a whole bunch of them. There we go. And then we get the big beetle! Can you tell where his weak point is? Ow! I didn't expect him to charge that fast. Jesus. Plated beetle, well-armored, burrowing insect, vulnerable only in the rear abdomen. Thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks. This gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks, only surfacing when it detects vibrations above. It then maneuvers itself so as to always face its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected. Oh, wow. I think died so much quicker to missiles. I've only ever shot it with the power beam. So it's always taken like a few minutes. I didn't know it died that quick to missiles. There we go. Now I can be a ball. There we go. Tilting the chair back has given me much more comfortable setup than I had. This planet has a beetle problem. But we're making progress through things step by step. Let's see, that is one hive. That is another. And that is two less oodles of stupidity to deal with. Oh, that's right, there is a limited scanning range. Droid hive, this will not deter the survivors from rebuilding a new home. Yes, there are upgrades sitting around. Oh, yeah, that's why you need more fall to come through this one. Ow. It's fine. I'm fine. Suicide bugs ain't gonna stop me. Okay, so we've got... pathways over here. So let's see. We've got the fountain choked by overgrowth with high toxin levels. And we've got Chozo lore. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. So something happened here. There we go. Deal with a couple blast caps. Am I it? No, I'm not that far in already. That's over there. Which I don't think I can access yet. Maybe? Can I actually get through this way already? Shriek bats. Territorial ceiling dweller. Body temperature peaks at 121 degrees centigrade. High internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb anything that wanders near. Just shoot them out of the way. We have been joined by an Aussie who says Prime. Yeah, I decided... Wiimote, please. How far away do I need to be for this to work properly? Okay, can I... Okay. Let's see, what do we have? Reaper Vines. Powerful, rock-dwelling tentacles. Single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is honed to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Vine will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. Vast portions of trees' cellular structure have been damaged by toxins distributed through source water. Analysis suggests the presence of a runic symbol here. Which I think I get that from the other side. So, what do we have here? This runic symbol has been activated. 4 runic symbols in this room must be activated. Okay. Uh, what's that? Toxin levels have rotted all leaves. That's not good. Spheric symbol has been activated. 4 symbols must be activated. That's 2. So the Chozo speak on this planet is more blocky. Which makes me wonder if it's just a dialect thing or what. Oh, there's a Lost 5. Nope, don't. Don't. Okay. Now I don't have to deal with you for a little while. Symbol activated. Okay, yeah, so it is bombs that you need to break through. Sandstone. Which means I, in fact, might not be able to finish this room. In fact, I don't think that I can finish this room. At least not at this time. I might have gone the wrong way. But I guess we're gonna find out. Oh. Down. There we go. It's a fancy room. It's just ordinary shriek bats. Ordinary shriek bats and blast caps appear to be enemies du jour. So what do we have back here then? Ah, save station. Lovely. I love a little save as a treat. Okay, so there's a door there. Let me look at the map. There's that and that. I feel like I need to go through both of them in the long run, so pick the one that requires less platforming at the moment. Shouldn't have done that. Hear the sound of an upgrade. Because there is an upgrade. Yay, missiles. Alright, then what? What do we have in here? I think this is another 4 runic symbols room.
Recording to logbook.
What's this? Missile ammunition resupplies missile launcher with 5 rounds of ammo. So that's not the same one that I saw before? Okay. Yes, okay, this is runic symbol room. Roots originate over walls. No composition detected. Host plant appears to thrive on toxic water. That's concerning. Go. That's 2 symbols. I don't remember where the... Well, nope. It's enough out of you. That is the block. It's 3 symbols. Trace sediments indicate water once flowed there. Well, I feel like I'm gonna have to jump down here no matter what. I'm missing one of the symbols. Ordinarily, I would say it's this one, but I got that one. I got that one. So where, oh where is my missing runic symbol? Boop-doo. I wish that when they remade the trilogy, they had updated Prime 1 to have the scanning system of the later games. By that I mean the later games have a scannable objects are highlighted entirely instead of just having weird little boxes that are very difficult to find from time to time. No, stop that. Oh, there's the last one. I didn't need to drop down after all. I actually found them all. There we go. And flip the lock. So we've got a couple of things to look at in here now. Unidentified obstruction. Approximately 1 meter wide blocks the hole. We just have a bunch of sleeping ions here. New Chozo lore. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent, the fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. I guess I should have scanned this. It's Charge Beam. It's a little sad that they didn't find some way to make the little bird beak things holding the orbs in 3D, but then again, those really aren't the types of weapons, or those really aren't the types of beams that get used in Prime games. But now with Charge Beam, take out the ions. There we go. I was hoping I could have gotten through that early, but I guess that actually does require bombs. But now we have some of our missing equipment back. What do missiles take out? Radion or Brimstone. Charge beam. Doesn't take out anything in particular. So I can deal with Radion and Brimstone right now. Shriek Bats did not respond. Okay. Now I can pull in pickups from distance. And since we got a new major upgrade, I'm going to save. So here is how we get over here. Oh yeah, if you get too close to the blast caps, they start rustling at you. There we go. No. Okay. You can all dive bomb the ground in front of me, that's fine. I don't like... I honestly don't like the Wiimote controls. Take out the Shriek Bats before I get bombed.
Recorded to logbook.
Lock system engaged. Water has shorted out this slot mechanism. It is inoperable. So whereas in other Metroid games, your completion is judged on item pickups, this game has the added caveat of the logbook. So you have to scan everything to get the better endings. Which is why every time I walk into a new room, I stop to scan things.
Recorded to logbook.
New creature. Stone Toad. Preys on creatures smaller than itself, vulnerable only from within. Able to remain still for days. Preys on creatures smaller than itself, inhaling them whole. Anything it finds indigestible, it regurgitates. They use their tusks as a last resort in combat. Well, I'll leave you alone, you leave me alone. Alright, well, we're stuck in here now. Which tells me that this is where we get the Boomba. Incinerator drone, programmed for high temperature waste disposal. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blast compensate for its lack of battle prowess. Okay, well, I currently cannot damage it. Currently damaged it. Ah, another type of war wasp. The barbed war wasp. Airborne insect with the ability to launch its stinger at prey. A highly aggressive member of the war wasp family, this insect can propel the tip of its stinger up to 20 meters. The stinger tips regrow seconds after launch and contain an acidic compound designed to digest prey. Ow. Because why not just use missiles? Can't use them on the boss. Ow. There we go. Drone defeat. Morph ball bomb, get. Basic gear, even more reacquired. It is very difficult to do bomb jumps in 3D open spaces. I will take this while I'm here, thank you. Take missile tank and the refill. And now we can be on our way. Duck into the alcove, hurry! Ah, whoopsies. I blew up the stone toad. It's okay, he's hiding. He's hiding a tree. Morphball slot. Slot is active. Inserting the morphball and detonating a bomb will usually cause these slots to send electrical impulses that can activate different types of devices. You just want to get up, it holds on. Use a second bomb to activate the thing. Ow, ow. I hate the fact that this is timed. Oh. I could have just dropped straight out of that. Oh, I screwed that up. Damn it, I don't know if this slot's going to be active now because I took too long to get up here. Yep, it's inactive. Son of a bitch. Okay, I just have to redo this one. That's not as bad as I thought. I thought I was going to have to redo them both. Okay. And I think that is this room clear? Yes, okay. So that is all the platforms up, the toxic water drained. And we can just hop up and out. This is a spider ball track. I don't remember what's in this room, but nothing I can really access right now anyway. And an E-tank. What is this? The furnace. So we are inside the furnace. For a nice early third E-tank. I'm sure there's something else up there that I can't get to right now that you have to get from coming through a different direction, but we got the Boombas, we got the charge, we got missiles, we got Morph Ball. It is safe to say that this adventure is officially begun. We got the basic arsenal. Alright, so then. Oop. Damn it. There's an upgrade of some fashion up there that I think I need space jump to get anyway, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But would have been nice to at least look around for it. Would be nice if I could remember what the controls are efficiently. I'll have them memorized by the time I finish Prime 3, I know that much. Okay, so now we go back to the big tree room. Yeah, this one. Because now with bombs. I remember that. Just a touch too late. So I believe if you don't take out the hive, they just keep respawning. which just gets frustrating and annoying. Okay, so now we're on. Oh, do I have to redo them all? They turn off. I think they do. They do. Okay, it's fine. It's not too difficult to get the lower three. There we go. So you're on. I'll just come up here. Take that out so I don't get bombed again. Okay. Come up here. There is the last symbol. I think. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Big door open, and I believe this is sandstone? Yes. Which means we'll give it a little ball tap. And we're through. Through that room, anyway. Through that room. And now we have the big root plant. Boss time. Oh, it is not out of scan range.
Recording to logbook.
Usually the bigger and nastier a creature is, the longer it takes to scan. Flagra. This mutant plant is the source of the toxic water in the ruins. Flagra's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. This exposure has made Flagra's outer shell thick and durable. Its low root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods. So basically you hit the sun deflectors. And then when it has no sun, it gets stunned, and you can go in and actually deal damage to it. It shriveled and died. And now it has two sunny things. Now the whole stunning it thing becomes much more important. have to try and get... Because if you take too long to do the thing, it will just smack them and reset them. So you do have to be quick. Wait, what's me? Oh, you don't like Flagro. Yeah, it is kind of a jerk boss. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to go that way. I didn't realize a charge shot would just instantly stun him. There we go. Alright. Only 2 more things left. This battle's a little more protracted than it needs to be, in my opinion, but... me bitching about it isn't going to change anything. But funny, now that I know exactly what I'm doing, this is a cakewalk. Goodbye, you big stinky plant. Sam's school potato experiment out of hand. Yeah, this is why you can't just leave the potatoes alone. You gotta actually pay attention to them. But we get a thing. And it wasn't, because Prime was one of the first Metroid games I played, it didn't occur to me until, well, for a long time really, that a lot of people that were fans of the Metroid series playing this for the first time probably saw this so early on and freaked out, because that's actually the screw attack weapon symbol, but this is not screw attack. Unfortunately. It's still a great item, but it's not screw attack. It is, in fact, the various suit. Now we have the power suit silhouette that everyone is most familiar with. Dangerous areas of heat now accessible. World Gallery unlocked for purchase. Nice. I think this is probably the first time I've ever played through this game where I've gotten the various suit before winding up in a spot that I needed it, honestly. Can I actually get through here? Okay, I can. I just have to go for a dip. Ooh. New research. Ultra Energy replenishes 100 units. Which I didn't even lose that much. Pulse Bamboo, life form of raw energy, periodically releases explosive segments from its body. They are energy beings invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however, they lack any intelligence beyond an instinctive attraction to other charged energy sources. Pulse Bamboos produce energy constantly, all excess energy is shed, regardless of who or what may be nearby. It's a fancy way of saying I can't hurt it right now. Whee! Small, fast enemies, not good for slow motion controls. Cordite wall hanging appears to be cracked. I believe that is a super missile problem. But new lore. Cries of this dying land echo in our ears as we Chozo watch the great poison seep ever further into the living pulse of the planet. The dark energy sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all life. Peaceful beasts die by the thousands. Some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the force that fell from the sky. Many of these mutated monstrosities remain small enough to do little harm, but others grow enormous and threaten our very existence. One such beast defiles our sacred fountain, disgorging poison from its foul form, replacing pure, flowing water with cascades of creeping death. Even in the face of such horror, we Chozo do not turn in fear. We are all that stands in the way of this great poison, and it is our duty to contain it. And they did. Kind of. Magmore Caverns North. Access granted. But where... Okay, this leads back to the Hive Totem. Ah, map, please. I think there's an item in here. So I'll go check it out just to see. Might be something... Might be a... missile expansion. I'm not going to turn down. I've only got 25 right now. Or 20. 20 total. It is. But there's also a lore. Chozo script translate. The future is a vague thing, ever-changing and always in doubt. Even if we Chozo could gain the ability to foresee the future, it would be a hollow gift, for we could never hope to control what has yet to occur. The fountain is an example of this. The day may come when its water dries up, and there's nothing we could do to stop such tragedy. But we do know this. Unlike the uncertain flow of water, the power of our will is strong and enduring. The will of the Chozo will never run dry. Ah, this is the one where you gotta learn how to do a double bomb jump. So this is one of those, the game is going to teach you how to do things without ever teaching you how to do the thing moments. If you want to unlock all three, you have to figure out how to do a double bomb jump on your own. And I think this is just, this is just a normal missile expansion. So, 25 total. And then there is a collection of jerks in this room, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for this. Maximum energy increased by 100. Okay, now we can go down into Magmore Caverns. we've gotten the rest of the obvious treats here. We've got the shoulders to survive the heat. We have the orange. I don't know my watch on. Is it? 6:47. Okay, we still got some time. We can go play around in the lava a little bit. There's typically nothing in an elevator room worth scanning aside from the actual elevator controls. As always, Metroid doesn't have fall damage, but being unable to look down well enough to see what's coming always leaves me a little concerned. I believe this is a save station. It is. So, next up is caverns, I believe. I don't think the map in this game will tell you anything about what's superheated and what isn't. But I think this is like the last safe room before everything's too hot to enter with a normal power suit. Grisby, subvolcanic carrion feeder. Carapace can be breached by missiles. The Grisby's carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blasts. Its intelligence is limited to instinctive scavenging patterns. AKA another critter which amounts to essentially being harmless. Or for the fact that they will knock you into the lava without a second thought. Or actually, I guess this would be magma because I am underground. What are you? A burrower. Tunneling insect predator. Burrower is similar to the beetle, though it prefers to spend more time underground, seeks seismic disturbances, and then surfaces to attack. It has enough cunning to realize when something is too large for it to handle. Beyond that, it is fairly ignorant. What it lacks in brains, it makes up for with aggression. It spits goo. Oh. Here we have that good Lower Norfair theme. Magmor, fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Magmors prefer extreme heat zones and are susceptible to frigid attack forms. Sightless, they navigate the lava currents using their sonar receptors. Magmors have a keen sense of smell, enabling them to pinpoint targets with startling accuracy. Good night, sweet prince. I'm glad Retro gave the shoulder so fast. You know, I want to say it's not fast, but that's probably because, like, the first couple times I played this game, it took me hours to get to this point. Puffer. Unstable gas-filled organism. Will rupture on contact. Puffers fill their bodies with lethal metavibrium gas and float about in search of food. If ruptured, the gas within the puffer is violently released. Despite their fragile bodies, puffers are aggressive hunters. The gas cloud they release upon death is often fatal to the creature that brings them down as well. So they are extremely squishy. They pop with essentially one hit. This is a grapple point, which is nice to have later, because it enables you to simply swing right through this room. Well, hey there, big guy. Time for you to take the long nap. You know, I don't remember those sinking in the original game, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, what is it? No, not the energy. I know what the energy is, I mean the wall. Stress fractures can be seen all throughout this sandstone wall. Sandstone? That's a bomb. Which I think later on you can just get some method to open this room up even more. I think. I don't remember for certain. There we go. One of those two pillars is hollow. I know that much, but I can't do anything about it till I get like super missiles or something. If I had a better jump, I could just clear that, but I don't, so I can't. Triclops, hard-shelled creatures with powerful jaws. The Triclops is the hunter-gatherer. It collects small creatures and bits of food stuff, then deposits them elsewhere for later consumption. The hard tripartite mandibles it uses to move earth and rock are quite strong and difficult to escape once ensnared. So they don't do a whole lot of anything aside from if they find you, they're just like, no. They say, go away. And there's literally nothing you can do if you get caught. They do a minimal amount of damage. They're just territorial. And they'll pick up any round object to try and get it out of their area. Haha, Morphball, go burr. Morphball, indeed, go burr. It's always such a nice touch that the visor can fog up and steam up and whatnot. What is this room? This is the Triclops pit. And we're just going to cruise on through. Alright, so I always try and take out the puffers first, especially in a room like this, because should something stupid happen and one of them knock into me, I'm stuck on a platform just taking a bunch of poison gas damage. I never scanned one of these. Auto defense turret. Use missiles to break outer casing. Good night. Good night. Oh. These ones are tougher than the ones in the opening of the game. Good to know. Good now? No more auto defense turnips? Okay, yeah. Looks like we're good in here at this point. I've been bamboozled. We're not good in here. There are, in fact, more enemies. I will say that there's something nicely satisfying about being able just to point and snipe puffers. Ow, ow, ah, hot, hot, bad, hot, pain, hot. I'm wondering if there's something wrong with this Wiimote. Because it has been giving me trouble with jumping from time to time. Or maybe I've just gotten very bad at this game. There we go. Ah, we have computers here. Immersion pistons are leaching power from the magnet pools as planned. Geothermal power source is promising. Recommend energy command. Deactivate central dynamo and switch to geothermal power at once. Geothermal power routing to the station is complete. Unstable magma flow is concerned. Remove tower from geothermal grid if fluctuation exceeds safety levels. Local crystal formations possess low phazon residue. They do have high value to the monks of Groundheim, however. Recommend processing of crystal for that market once phazon operations cease. Report any signs of magma predator activity to Security Central at once. The monks of Groundheim, huh? Now, that's something I'd forgotten about. Or maybe I just never paid much attention to. But it's an interesting little lore tidbit. They like these weird magma crystals. Made our way through the caverns to Fendrana Drifts North. And up we go. Out of the molten core of the planets. Higher, higher, up into the world. It's the ice level. Technically the first time Samus has ever been somewhere super cold. And there's no mention of the Varia suit doing anything about it because I don't think you can even get here without it. Well, you know, let's check the... No, it's in here. The Chozo Varia suit adds increased heat resistance, not cold resistance. So it was literally just the... Or maybe it's because she doesn't need it as bad at this point in the series? It's interesting. Yeah, I guess we're already in Fendrana. This game is going by a lot faster than I remember it. Let me scan him a Zoomy boy. Flickerbat. Scavenger with optical camouflaging that renders it invisible to the naked eye. Flickerbats are deceptive creatures. The only way to track them reliably is with X-ray imaging. They fly ceaselessly, hunting insects and other small prey that float on the air currents. Flickerbats tend to fly in cyclical hunting patterns, using primitive sonar to navigate. In other words, they go in circles and they make chirpy sounds. Grating has become brittle from temperature fluctuations. Large traces of radion detected. Radion, you say? And who's this lad? Crystallite. Territorial cold weather scavenger. The shell of a crystallite reflects beam weapons and can only be cracked by a concussive blast. They hang upside down in an ice cave during their larval stage. Moisture runs off the body and forms the hard ice shell, which the crystallite retains for the rest of its life. They're little stalactite bugs. Stalactite. Stalactite. Stalagmites are on the ground, I think. The door directly above has been unlocked. I didn't even know it was locked. I just saw a thing I could get into. There's all sorts of places to go. But perhaps the most important. Favor. Ballistic support personnel report to research lab Hydra. Western Temple is in phase 2 lockdown. All projects are postponed. Under no circumstances are personnel to attempt access. New personnel must report to the South Research Facility. Oh, damn it. Failure to report will be penalized by a 30% ration cut, and extra duty. So the pirates say go where you're supposed to go, or we'll take away your food and make you do double shifts. Which, honestly, just sounds like modern working conditions. Sad as that is. So, okay. Flicker bats are basically impossible to hit right now anyway, so I'm just going to leave them alone and not give a damn. New creature. Scatter Bombu. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from the creature's body. Like all Bombus, these creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these life forms may result in electrical visor interference. It is possible to avoid engaging Scatter Bombus by rolling into the morph ball and slipping between their rotating energy streams. Well, it's not like I can damage them right now anyway. They require electrical energy to damage. So we're just going to... Oh, I know it's in here. Sheegoth. Glacial Predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak point, baby Sheegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. I thought you could at least stun them. And I remember the first time I came into this room and saw these things, I was terrified. I mean, they're such cool enemies, and they work really well with the whole 3D. Like, they're such good enemies for this game. Okay, so that's where I came in. Thought there was something here, but it might just be dropping down from the hole in the ceiling later. Or it might be this. Ice covering this opening can be melted with extreme heat. That means plasma beam. It's probably where the sound of the item is coming from. I don't think I can get over there at this moment anyway. I hear another item over here, but I don't think I can do anything. Oh my god, there's a spider ball track there? I don't know if I've ever noticed that. Man, I'm like learning all sorts of things about this game, even though I've played it so many times in the past. Refill missiles, please.
Recruited to lobby.
Ah, the elusive ice burrower. The burrower adapted to sub-freezing climates. So pretty here. Really takes Ozzy back. Hardy life form, the ice burrower has adapted to the frigid climb of Vendraina. Spends most of its time tunneling through the frozen soil, but will occasionally surface to attack passerby. So that's one of the things about this game is like there are regional variations of most of the enemies. However, there is one enemy that you have to actually look for coming through here, because it only spawns the first time through. And that is the Ice Shriek Bat, and if you miss it, your logbook is forever incomplete. Which is especially difficult because they're very hard to see, and they dive bomb you. So if you don't see them before they dive bomb you, that's it. Goodbye. Game over. Although that might have been fixed in the Trilogy Edition. I don't know. I don't know if that's one of the things that they fixed or not. Alright, so we just have some pulse bombos in here. Nothing too concerning. Got some more baby Sheegoths in here. Alright, having free aim does, oh god, does enable me to get a few more shots off on baby Sheegoths. It's not just a straight fire. Don't freeze me. Good night, young lad. Sorry, not sorry. Huh. It's another empty structure. What do we have in here? Avoid the bombus by moving between the electrical fields, the game says. Me taking all the hits anyway. Yeah, well, I have the high ground. Ah! I don't have the high ground anymore. Good night, lad. Meeting's over. You still haven't beat the game? No, I have not beaten the game yet. It's not that short of a game. This is like one of the mandatorily longest Metroid games. Oh, all the platforms crumbled. I guess it's a good thing I made it across. One try. Boost Ball. This game's first new. Actually, no. Well, yes. Because Grapple Beam wasn't super first. But Boost Ball is this game's first unique item. But now we can go half piping. That's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. Oh, buttons. Alright, so now we've gotten... Boost Ball. I actually think that's all we're here for at the moment. Oh. And Drain is about the point when Prime starts to actually Metroid. And Drain is about the point where it starts saying, okay, you've gotten enough stuff to start moving around now, so just go ahead and do things. So that's the way I just came from. That's the way I initially came from. This is a nothing alcove. That looks suspicious, but I don't think it's actually anything. Ah! A gooey wall. As the great poison reaches even further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder, though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple, and the cipher itself, prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life? Well, isn't that just the question? I wonder if I can... Oh! Foot caught on something. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up here or not yet. That's the real question. I don't think I'm supposed to get up there yet. The game is kind of adamant on not letting me make that jump. Okay. Ooh, cutscene. I recognize that jerk. Object out of scanning range. I've not been over that way. I don't know if I can get over that way right now either, though. That's... yeah. Fairly limited on my ability to get over there. I know what I need, and I know where to get it, and I think I have what I need to get it now. But, that being said, it's after 7 o'clock. So, as much fun as this has been, and I need to find some sort of pad for my arm, because this is slightly painful. By slightly, I mean it's fairly painful. Well, not even fairly painful, it's just sore at this point. But, that being said, like I said, we're after 7 o'clock now, so thank you all so much for coming. I hope you're enjoying this, my long, long overdue replay of Metroid Prime. It's going by a lot faster than I remember it ever going, which isn't a bad thing by any means. Maybe it's just because I have a better idea of what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. But I'm gonna look and see if maybe there's something I can't do about the crackly sound. At least I don't know if it was crackly for any of you guys. It was definitely crackly for me. That might be just an effective virtual console on Wii U. That might be because of the Elgato. I'm not sure. But I'm going to look into it. But anyway, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at OmegaSonic0 for scheduling updates, should you be interested in them. Below the video window, there is a donation tracker and link to my Extra Life page. The money goes towards children's hospitals. It's a great cause. Thursday will be the official start of Console Crashers with Banjo-Kazooie on Xbox 360. I hope to see you all there. And hopefully, this coming Sunday, I won't have any more technological issues preventing me from returning to playing New Vegas. So, hope to see you Sunday or Thursday, whatever your preference is. But even if I don't, I hope you all have a great evening. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Don't let the week get you down. But until next time, I will see you all later. Take care, everybody.